Hi everyone, it's Jennifer, your accountant. I hope the new year has treated you well so far. I just wanted to give you the yearly update this year as we move into the new tax season. First of all, unfortunately, most of the credits that everyone found very beneficial were discontinued. For instance, if you had no children and received a credit in 2022, you could have received up to 1,500. This year, that number drops to 500. That gives you an idea of what the changes are going to be this year for you. So you can say goodbye to those large refunds and consider about half of what you got last year if your taxes were exactly the same. That also means the child tax credit is no longer 3,600 maximum. It's now a maximum of 2,000. The child dependent care credit, that's your daycare credit, that was 8,000 in 2021. It's now back to 2,100. These are actually 2019 numbers, so it's back to that. There's also no more above the line charitable contributions. That was just a COVID thing. Once again, the IRS is holding refunds until mid-February, as you know. That's just that PATH Act, and that's done if you have earned income credit or child tax credit. This year, Washington State has an extended credit that is related to your tax return by way of qualifying you, but is actually a completely separate tax return administered by the state of Washington. That means a completely different form, and there's no telling how long that money will take to get to you. It is a maximum of 1,200, depending on your household size and your income. I wouldn't hold my breath on that refund, though. You're probably looking at 2 months with that. I mean, they say it's 30 days, but it's probably going to be more like 2 months. If you qualify for that, I will let you know, and that is a separate charge. And whether done by paper or electronically, I think it's going to be the same. At least that's what they've told me when I've asked them. I'd say you'd be lucky if you get it in 2 months. If you have ID theft issues and receive an ID PIN, be sure to get that PIN ASAP before you file your taxes. If you made over 600 from any extra income like Uber, Instacart, etc., that money's taxable whether or not they send you a statement. So be sure that you let me know and include that in your income. There is this whole talk about whether or not you'll receive a statement from Uber or whoever that third party is that you work with as an independent contractor. Just know that the tax liability didn't change on that. Extra income is always taxable, whether you have a license or not, or even if it's illegal for that matter. Yep, Uncle Sam always wants his share of the pie, but whether you get a statement or not that says you made over $600, it's your responsibility to make sure that you file that tax return and let me know. Also this year, please make sure you indicate that you own cryptocurrency. That is very important. And no, we cannot use whatever some third-party company prepared for you. But if you lost money, unfortunately, you can only claim 3,000 of it this year as a deduction on your income. But most importantly, I do need to see those statements. So make sure you include them in your tax papers. Please also let me know that your bank account is the same as last year if you are expecting a refund. Remember that you'll also need your 1095 statement from your health insurance company if you did buy healthcare through the marketplace healthcare.gov. So refunds in theory are supposed to be faster this year, but I don't have that much faith. The IRS is using more AI these days and data, so that can be a good or a bad thing depending on what your situation is. If your stuff is perfect in terms of matching, then you're golden. But if there's any variance, it will likely cause delay. So now more than ever, I would definitely not hold my breath if you're looking for a refund. For those of you with companies, the deadline to change your business structure is March if you want to kick it in this year. So if you're holding off on getting your business paperwork done, time is of the essence unless you want to wait another year for the benefit. That is if you and I have not had a conversation about you converting your business. If we have, then you should have taken care of that already. As I've already mentioned, the IRS is using more data and AI to be all up in your business. So please be sure to have your books and expenses on lockdown if you are self-employed. Other than that, please text me or send me an email if you have any questions. Also, please note that you may receive text messages from me with a short code type of a number. It'll be some random number, like kind of what you see right now in text messages. Rest assured, my text messages will always tell you to text me at my cell phone number, 206-255-9981, if you want to verify that it's from me. So please do respond to my email if I send you an email, and or respond to my text message by sending me an email to the email address I ask you to respond to on that message. For instance, if I send you a text and say, please respond to jn@beyondtaxsolutions.com or jen@beyondtaxsolutions.co, that's co, please do respond using that email address. I try to make it brainless, so I will usually include that email address for you to be able to cut and paste and answer. Once again, if you're ever in doubt, just text me like some of you have and simply ask if I sent you a text message and I will confirm. Never be afraid to do that. One last thing, please, whatever you do, do not give your personal information to anyone who calls you and says they are the IRS, or to anyone who sends you a text asking you for your personal information, let alone any money. I think it's quite obvious it's me because my cell phone number is most likely saved on your phone already. For the other text messages I send you, while I will probably ask you to respond via email, I will never ask you for any personal information using that system of text messaging. I will always do it on my personal cell phone if we have to have that kind of a discussion. So just remember that. Anyways, I think everyone knows the drill. Just send me a text or an email and let me know when you have your papers ready. Either fax it to me or email it, and we will go from there. In the meantime, take care, stay grounded, always choose to see a positive outcome, and do the best to be as stress-free as possible. I'm looking forward to talking to all of you soon again. All right, well, bye for now.